What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I just want to get on here and make a quick short video for you guys because Bitcoin is kind of dropping again, and I get it, man. I get it. It's fun to see the price go up, right? It's fun. Like myself, I got my family texting me. Everybody's in a good mood. You know, my friends, everybody's all excited. I go on Twitter, and all my buddies on Twitter, they all, they're all celebrating. They're all posting memes, and it's all good, right? It's fun. It's fun during run-ups, but then at times like this, when the price is dumping or the price is accumulating or we're retracing or pulling back or whatever, it can get a little depressing. I get it. Even for someone like myself who's been around since 2017, I I got started. I invested in Bitcoin. I started back in at around, I think it was June or July of 2017. And then I held it all the way to the top of the bull market cycle, which was, the end of 2017, and then it crashed back down. I bought every single dips. I rode it all the way down to $3,000 from $20,000, which is almost a 90% drop. So, and then after that, of course, it went back up to 14, and then it crashed back down again to 3K. And then we finally have this glorious bull run after the May 2020 halving. So even for somebody like myself, who's pretty much a hardcore holder at this point, a hodler that's been around for a long time, that's seen the fluctuation. I get it, man. Nobody likes to see the price going down. Nobody likes to see, for me, every time the price drops, man, I go on Twitter, I see all these no coiners or these gold bugs talking shit. All of a sudden they come out the woodwork, right? Bitcoin been rallying 400-500% for the last year, and then we dropped 20%. And all of a sudden, they coming out saying that we were wrong and that they were right and all that. But I get it, right? But let's go ahead and put everything into context and perspective, okay? Now, as you guys know, if you guys been following my channel, you guys been watching my video for a long time, you know that Bitcoin moves in cycles, and that's not no hocus pocus, no, abracadabra wizard trying to fucking make shit looks a certain way or trying to like do some kind of weird, speculation shit. This is real. It moves in cycles. That's just the way it is. If you look, the halving is where the cycles starts. So after the halving, about a year after the halving, I'm sorry, about 6 months after every halving is when the bull run starts heating up, right? And then it moves for about a year, and then it drops into a bear market, which is when the price of Bitcoin start retracing or coming back down and pulling back, and sometimes retracing as much as 85 to 90%. And then it meets the bottom of the bear market, and the next halving, event is triggered, and that's when the next bull run happens. As you can see in this chart here, this is all the way from 2010, and this is the first halving. As you can see, after the halving, we rose above and we broke the previous all-time high, make a new high, and then we crash for the bear market, right? And then we meet the bottom, we get the bottom right there, and then the next halving come up, and then bam, like clockwork, we break the previous all-time high again, make a new all-time high, and then we crashed again, right? And now here we are, right? After the last halving, the 2020 May halving, we broke above the previous all-time high. Now we're sitting somewhere right here, right? And this is the monthly chart. So each one of these candles is 1 month, okay, guys? So now that we established that Bitcoin moves in cycles according to the halving because of the supply shock, that's what the halving does, cut the supply in half. And when the demand stays the same or increase and the supply gets cut in half, the price have no choice but to appreciate, right? The price has to get pushed up because nobody's selling and there's not enough coins to go around, and the demand is way too high. And that's what you see is going on right now. So let's look at where we're at right now. Okay, now this is Bitcoin. This is the current chart of Bitcoin today, which is February 26th, right? And this is the weekly chart. So each one of these is 1 week. Now, this is the halving line. The vertical line is the halving, right? And then this is the previous all-time high at around $20,000 or so. As you can see, we broke above that after the halving, like clockwork. And then now we're sitting at more than 100%, more than double the previous all-time high, right? And now we see this red candle this entire week has been red. We basically retraced all the way from $57,000 close to 58 $28,000, and we retrace back to where we're at right now, which is about $45,000, right? And yeah, like I said in the beginning of the video, it can get kind of discouraging, right? Like a whole entire week of red, and we're so spoiled now by the high run-ups and the fast run-ups and the dopamines, like all this nice chemical floating in our brains every time we see the price go up and we look at our portfolio, the money goes up. It's nice, but we got to really get back to reality for a little bit. And I'm going to put something in context for you. If you look, this is Bitcoin right now. Okay, this is current. And this is exactly what it looked like back in 2017. Now, this is, I used the replay tool where I hide all of these price action here. And I just want to see this alone. As you can see, this is September 11th of 2017, right? This is right around the beginning of the previous bull run, right? When it's starting to heat up after the halving that occurred in July 2016. So we broke above the previous all-time high. At the time was about $1,000, and then we rally, and then we get one sharp pullback here, and this pullback was about 39%, a 39% pullback. Brutal, right? We pulled back from $2,900 all the way down to about $1,800, and then we bounced, and then now we have another pullback here. And the reason why I like to focus on this price action, because it looks eerily similar, almost identical to this right here. If you look, this is us now, right? 2021, and this is us back in 2017. Look at it. Do you see the similarity? It's the same exact thing, right? We had retraced back in January about 32% when it dropped from $42,000 all the way down to about, I don't know, 28,000 to 30,000 or something like that. About a 32% drop, right? That was brutal. And then we rallied back up. We made a new all-time high. And like I said, we dropped from 57 all the way down to about $45,000, so about 25% drop. And we're sitting here now. But I want you guys to notice something, okay? This swirly line right here is not just there for no reason. That's the 21 moving average, right? That's a very strong, stable support for Bitcoin in its previous bull runs. As you can see in this one, it bounced off that line multiple times. As you can see here, we kind of trace along the line, and we bounce, and we bounce, and then we bounce, and then now we bounced again here before we made the next leg up. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the replay mode so you can see the rest of the price action back in 2017, which is right here, right? So what you saw was right here. As you can see, we kept going until we hit the next all-time high of $19,000 in 2017. Like I said, this entire price action right here is where we're at now, right? But if you look, you can see that we bounced off of the 21 moving average. Look what's happening here. We barely touched it. We barely touched the 21 moving average. We've been front running this thing the entire time, right? Whereas if you look at the previous cycle, we touched it multiple times. 1, 2, 3, and then we bounced to the next all-time high. Here, we touched it once down here, and that's it. We haven't touched ever since. Now, what does that mean? That just means that we're moving way faster than expected, guys. We're ahead of schedule, and that's why sometimes we got to rein the excitement in, right? We got to chill and relax and kind of look at the big picture and compare us to the last previous bull runs and trying to see where we're at in progress, and because it's sometimes we get so excited because the price has been going up so much, and there's a reason for that, that we have huge institutional demand for Bitcoin now. We have it's just been legitimized, by the mainstream industry, the media, and all of that. And inflation has been running rampant for every country in the world ever since COVID-19. And, the government been printing money like never before. So that's probably why we're running ahead of schedule. But I just want to give you guys that context, is that we are so ahead of schedule that we haven't bounced off of this 21 moving average at all, as compared to the last run where we bounced off it 3 to 4 times. You can argue this is one bounce, 2, 3, 4. So you can see that we're way ahead of schedule, guys. And yes, these dumps, these 30% retracement is extremely normal for a bull market. As you can see here, this is the last 2017, the last bull run. We dropped 38%, 38%, 33%, 38%, 36%, 29%. It's brutal. But we keep going up because that's what we do. That's what Bitcoin does in the bull market. The volatility is very high. You just gotta accept it, right? So you guys just remember this picture, screenshot it if you want. You need this picture in the bull market because you need something to remind you that, hey, not everything goes up in a straight line. Nothing goes up in a straight line. You need room to pull back, retrace. It's kind of like a marathon runner. You can't make him run 1,000 miles and then make him keep running another 1,000 miles. You gotta let him rest. You gotta let him sit down, drink some water, eat a protein bar, whatever, right? So that's what I want to get across to you guys is that we're way ahead of schedule and everybody needs to calm down. And guys, look where we close as of last month. Last month, we were at, this is January 31st, right? We were at $33,000, guys. $33,000. And within 1 month, here we are. We're sitting at $45,000. That's almost a 50% increase in 1 month. Slow down. Let's calm down. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. I know you want that $57,000. I know you want to keep going up. But things doesn't go up in a straight line, guys. You got to give it time, okay? Look in the perspective, in the bigger picture. We're still up 50% for the month alone. We closed last month at $33,000, man. I mean, what more could I say? And if you look, this is the stock to flow model that track Bitcoin's price very accurately based on the halving, based on the scarcity, based on the supply. As you can see, the model price is only $36,000 right now. And this is yesterday, so this is kind of off, but we're actually at $45,000. So we're way ahead of schedule. This model, which is very bullish, right, that predicts we're going to hit $100,000 Bitcoin at around May or so. It's only at $36,000 right now. And here we are, we're at $45,000 and people are going crazy. People are going ape shit, and I'm guilty of it too sometimes. I'm sitting there, I'm like, come on, man, what are we doing? Even though somebody like me who's been around for a long time and I see things logically and I understand price action, I understand fundamentals, but it's tough on me too. And I got to rein myself in as well. But yeah, guys, the model price is $36,000 right now. That's bullish. And we're at 45. And people are so caught up in that all-time high number, that's 57,000, that they're all like, oh my God, we're dead, we're dying, we're crashing. Dude, this is a buying opportunity. What do you mean, right? All right, cool. So we got that. And guys, I just want to remind everybody, just want to bring this picture up one more time, guys. Stop listening to these experts. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. All these experts that just have all these bad things, negative things to say about Bitcoin without any research. And they're so ignorant. I wish I could sit them down and debate with them, and they call themselves professor, economics and all that shit. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about because they never seen anything like Bitcoin before. Just like how they never seen anything like the internet before. And this is what they wrote back in 2000. Internet may be just a passing fad as millions give up on it. Can you imagine writing this? And then can you imagine where we're at now? And you look back and you're like, wow, what kind of an idiot could possibly write this, right? So that's what it is, guys. You got to really, really watch out who you're getting your information from, who's on your news TV, your newspaper, your YouTube, who's talking, who are they allowing to talk? These people don't know what the fuck they're talking about, guys. Look at this guy, Nouriel Roubini, been talking shit about Bitcoin since 2013. $58, he was talking shit about Bitcoin, calling it a bubble, calling it a fraud, a scam, and now we're at literally $50,000. Like, what does he got to say now? Of course, he's still stuck in his ways. He won't admit that he's wrong. This guy, Professor Steve Hanke, with a check mark. Sounds important, right? Talking shit about Bitcoin being a bubble in 2013. Once again, when it was at $50. These guys are wrong. They've been wrong, and they won't admit that they're wrong. And we got to stop giving them attention. We got to stop taking their opinions to heart because it's wrong. We'd be poor if we listen to these guys. And guys, remember one thing. On February 8th of 2021, which is this month, the world changed. Why? Because Tesla bought $1.5 billion in Bitcoin. And you guys don't understand how big this is. This officially made Bitcoin legitimate. Tesla is one of the biggest companies in the world. They're a part of the SP 500. They're one of the Fortune 500 companies. Every investor that invests in the SP 500, which is almost everybody, is now exposed to Bitcoin because of Tesla. When Tesla plugged itself into the Bitcoin monetary network, everyone in the SP 500, everyone that's invested in the stock index is now involved in Bitcoin. This just legitimized Bitcoin. Like Michael Saylor said it best. February 8th, 2021 was the day the world changed. Was the day that the world finally saw, wow, this Bitcoin thing, I guess it is real, huh? So we kind of crossed over to a new paradigm shift. So that's what I wanted to bring to your attention as well. Guys, the good news are overflowing. There's thousands of other institutions scrambling trying to buy Bitcoin. There's only 21 million of them. The price going to go up. Relax. Relax. We're way ahead of schedule. This is how small we are. Bitcoin, $700 billion market cap. Gold is $10 trillion market cap. If we want to be where gold is at, and we're going to eat gold because we're 1,000 times better than gold, we're going to be another at least 15x from where we're at right now. 15x. Yes, you heard it right. So at least $600,000, $700,000 a coin just to eat gold. And then you have fine art, you have government bonds, you have cars, collectibles, you have real estate, which is a $228 trillion market cap, and you got a global stock market. We're going to eat into all of these, guys, and we're going to get a huge market cap as a result. So Bitcoin is so small and so tiny. And the worst mistake you can make is to look at the nominal price of Bitcoin, the price per coin, and let that trick you, because that number doesn't mean anything. The market cap is what the true value of an asset is. The market cap of the entire asset, which is Bitcoin right now, is close to $1 trillion, about $800 billion or so. Very small, very young, lots of room to grow. And that's all I got to say, guys. And yeah. Just chill, guys. I mean, these pullbacks are normal during bull market. And just remember, we're ahead of schedule. Enjoy the ride. It's only February, right? It's only February, about to turn March. Guys, the bull run doesn't really end until December of this year, at least. So it might even be longer. So just enjoy the ride and just chill, man. You guys have a great day. Make sure you click like and subscribe to my channel.